Hello, boys and girls. Mr. Palast here. Can you recognize these beautiful, beautiful woods here? The lush trees and bushes. Maple Hill, the outside. Figured to do a little different today. Do my video out here. Can hear frogs in the distance and birds chirping. We're going to be learning about the sloth. The sloth. Which is, as we know, is a very slow animal. Okay, and it's the secret life of the sloth. Alright, Bears also swims. She swims across a narrow river to reach a place in the rainforest where she knows there are tree leaves she likes to eat. That's better. She is a good swimmer, but when she reaches land, she cannot stand up and walk. Perezoso is a brown-throated, three-fingered sloth, and all sloths have weak back legs. She uses her long, strong front arms to pull herself along on her belly. Perezoso grabs a tree trunk with her long, curved front claws. Then, with her back claws, she climbs down. She climbs up past the shrubs, vines, and short trees of the forest understory. She climbs higher and higher to the top of the forest, its canopy. There she feels safe at home. Sloths spent almost all of their days and nights high in the trees. This kind of life is called arboreal. It's just so amazing out here, boys and girls. I am enjoying every minute of this, as I assume Perezoso is enjoying her home. Perezoso is hungry. She can't see very well, so she uses her keen sense of smell to find food. She sniffs the air to find her favorite kind of trees. With her tasty leaves, twigs, buds, and fruits, sometimes she eats flowers. Perezoso usually eats in the late afternoon and early evening. She chews slowly and moves slowly. She even blinks her eyes slowly. Sometimes she rests in the fork of a tree or on top of a branch. Often she moves, eats, or rests. She hangs upside down. She can even sleep that way, as her claws keep a tight grip on a tree limb. Sloths are mammals, so Perezoso has a hairy coat. In fact, she has two, one of short hairs close to her body, and another with long, shaggy brown and gray hairs. In the rainy season, green algae grows in Perezoso's hair. Moths, beetles, mice, and other small creatures hide in the hair. Some of them feed on the green algae. The algae makes her look like a green bump on a tree branch. She has almost perfect camouflage by being well hidden and moving very little. Perezoso has a secret life in the rainforest. That's amazing. One day, Perezoso's camouflage saves her life. A harp eagle flies through the rainforest. It zooms between the understory and the canopy. With its sharp vision, it looks above and below for prey, hunting for monkeys and sloths. Twice the eagle swoops near Perezoso. Twice it doesn't see her. Since Perezoso uses little energy, she eats very little. Also, her food digests very slowly in her big stomach. About once a week, she needs to get rid of waste from her body. Perezoso climbs down to the ground. In the soil, she digs a shallow hole, a kind of toilet, then uses it and covers it with leaves. Soon, Perezoso starts to climb a tree because a sloth on the ground is always in danger. Jaguars, anacondas, and other predators can catch and kill a sloth there. Slowly but steady, Perezoso climbs further up the trunk. Then she hears a deep, long, quivery growl. She knows that scary sound, and she reaches up as far as she can with her front claws to climb higher and higher and higher. The jaguar watches as Perezoso reaches safely far above the forest canopy. Just enjoying this moment, boys and girls. It's the most gentle breeze out here. It is amazing. And springtime is wonderful in Middletown. For weeks now, Perezoso has had unusual feelings inside her body. Now they grow much stronger. She has had these feelings before, and she knows what to do. She climbs down to a tree branch closer to the forest floor. Beneath the branch, she grips the wood with her front and back claws. And right there, hanging upside down, she gives birth to a baby sloth. 6 months earlier, Perezoso mated with a male sloth. Now she has a son born with a full coat of hair, a full set of teeth, and a strong claw. He grabs hold of his mommy's shaggy hair, crawls to her chest, and begins to nurse. Milk. For a few weeks, the baby sloth's only food is Perezoso's milk. He clings to her belly and chest wherever she goes. The baby sloth learns about the world. He listens to the sound of raindrops on leaves, of frogs crawling in the night, of howler monkeys roaring, of scarlet macaws squawking as they fly by. He watches and feels his mother's body as she maneuvers among the branches and vines. He smells a rich blend of odors in his mother's shaggy coat and leaves she chooses to eat. The baby sloth and his mother cuddle close together when they sleep. After a rainy night, Perezoso moves to sunny spots where she and her baby can warm up. He grows bigger, grows a longer, hairier coat, and grows more curious about what his mother eats. He begins to take little bites of leaves and flowers. Once the young sloth stops nursing, he reaches out to pluck leaves to eat. By watching his mother, he learns how to smell plants to find the best and avoid some that are not safe to eat. He grows stronger and bolder and sometimes moves away from Perezoso in the canopy, but the two sloths stay near each other. Together, they clamber down a tree trunk to the forest floor to bury their waste or to crawl to the bottom of another tree. Together, they climb up to feed on new kinds of leaves. One day, Perezoso leads her son through the canopy to the edge of the river. She leads him down a tree trunk and into the water for a kind of swimming lesson. At first, he is scared, but he watches his mother as she moves powerful arms and swims easily through the water. He tries. Soon he is swimming. He discovers something wonderful. He can move 3 times faster in water than he can on the ground or up trees. From then on, they swim. From then on, they sometimes go for a swim, not to travel, but just for fun. As the months pass, Perezoso does her best to give her son a good start in life. Now he is able to take care of himself. In most mammal families, this would be the time for him to leave, to look for his own home. It's got to be hard for a mother sloth. Put how much time and love into her baby just for him to leave. But she's teaching him the way of life. Three-fingered sloths are different. It is Perezoso who leaves. Her son stays where he grew up. She will live in another part of her home range. They touch and smell each other one last time. Yes, that's a goodbye. In the light of a rainforest dawn, Perezoso travels through the canopy on vines and tree branches. She crawls out on a low branch that hangs over the river. She lets go and splashes into the water. Perezoso swims. More about sloths. In this book, the mother sloth is named Perezoso because that word is Spanish for sloth. The actual species name of the brown throated three-fingered sloth, sometimes called three-toed, is Bradypus varius. Bradypus comes from Greek, which means slow foot. Among humans, slothful is a synonym for lazy. However, sloths are not lazy. Slow, yes, but that doesn't make them lazy. Moving slowly and using little energy has enabled sloths to thrive in tropical forests for millions of years. From fossil evidence, scientists know that giant sloths lived in South and North America as recently as 10,000 years ago. A South American sloth named Megarithium was the size of an elephant. Sloths today are much smaller. The brown-throated three-fingered sloth usually weighs no more than 14 pounds, about the same as a big house cat or a fairly small dog. Of the 6 sloth species, 2 have been called two-toed and 4 kinds are called three-toed. However, all sloths have 3 toes on each back foot. The two-toed name was given to 2 species of sloths because they have 2, not 3 claws on each front limb. All right, I hope you enjoyed the story, boys and girls, and also this beautiful view of the outdoors of Maple Hill. If you get a chance, go outside today, enjoy this weather, and I'll see you soon.